Hey folks, how y'all doing today? We're making deer barbecue. I'm using some loins, um, uh, one loin off a big buck I killed, and I used a couple hindquarters. And it's an easy recipe. I'm doing it a little different. I dry rubbed mine. Here, let me get you a close fix on. All right. So, all right. But anyway, it's a pretty easy recipe, and I'll go through it through you all, okay? The whole steps. All right, now. Back in a second. Okay, folks. So far in the video, well, I went ahead and skipped all the... I dry rubbed everything with my own homemade... it's KV's called barbecue rub. That's kind of hard to see. But, and that's not something but old-fashioned dark brown sugar and some Old Bay mixing in that. And Old Bay consists of salt and pepper, red pepper, cayenne, cumin, and that kind of stuff. And it turns out really good. Gives you that barbecue taste. And I'm gonna put it on the smoker for about an hour or so, just as long as it gets smoke flavoring. Then I'm gonna drop it in the crock pot over here. All right, and you can let it cook all day long. It calls for 2 quartered up onions. Quartered, that means half, and this way to make all. So one onion give you 4 quarters, and this one will give you 4 quarters, so it'll be 8 quarters. Those are small onions. Also, I'm gonna use a can of Coke, 12-ounce can of Coke, and let it cook in that all day long. And then last, I'll pour the Coke off, and I'll shred my meat up. Then I'll use Sauers barbecue sauce. And what I mean by Sauers are Sawyers, made right here in Richmond, Virginia, not too far from me. But I'll be using this. Okay? Oh, I'll show you some other steps. What we're going to. All right, and we'll throw that on the smoker. Let it smoke for an hour or so. Then I get a smoke flavor and kind of a bark on it, but don't want to cook it all the way. Just want to get a little smoke flavor. All right, so we'll be back shortly. All right, I'll throw it on the grill. I'll show you that. Okay, folks. Now we got the deer meat, the loins and the hindquarters, in here smoking. I got the gas shut completely off. It's just a smoker pan and the charcoal and the hickory wood. So we'll get a little flavoring before we put it in the crock pot. All right. So we're going to cool smoke it. Well, I mean cool smoke it. Went around 150, around 150 degrees. And we can adjust that by opening this. You know, we need to. But we're gonna just let it smoke for about an hour. So it's 8:35. So we'll come back at 9:35 and it should be done smoking. You just want to smoke flavor and don't want to cook the whole thing. All right, so I'll be back here shortly. All right, now, there she is. Oh, you got plenty of smoke. That's what I want. All right. All right, y'all, she's still smoking away. Got about another half an hour. There she is. Still smoking away. All right, we'll be back shortly. Back another half an hour. Take it off and put it in a crock pot. All right, y'all take care. Be back shortly. Okay, folks. We just took the deer meat, the loins and the hind quarter off of the grill. Look at that color. I mean, y'all, if you can smell it right now, oh my, it's just still got the dry rub on it. The dry rub consists of brown sugar and some Old Bay seasoning. Oh, but look at the color of it. It's just dark, smoky flavor to it, and it's still tender. Still tender to the touch. You just want to get a little flavor. You don't want to overcook and make it tough. You just want to get a little bit of, see how the texture is? Just to get a little smoke flavor. It's smoked like at 150 degrees. It's cold outside there, about 35, so it's good smoking weather. So now we're going to drop every piece of meat in here. And I got the onions already cubed up in there, quartered up. Look at that meat. See, it's still I just want to get a little smoke flavoring on it. To me, barbecue without smoke flavoring is not barbecue. It's just a bunch of sauce with some meat on it. If you know what I mean. I'll get these onions out of the way. Put them on top. 1 second. Alright. Take right here, put the meat in there. That's a lot of meat. We want the onions to be on top. But yeah, I like to make my barbecue. I'm real particular about my barbecue. But gotta have a hickory smoked flavoring to it. There we go. See, the meat is still somewhat nice and pink. It's not overcooked at all. I just want some smoked flavoring. And, enhancing the meat, so I make it a whole lot better. I put the onions to the side for right now. That's a whole lot of meat, y'all. Look at that. See the meat? It's still tender. Just got a little outside bark on there. All right. Okay. There we go. Got a couple small pieces, but see, look at that. Wow. That's still, Oh, I'm gonna put the onions on top. And this is like a recipe we got somewhere, and I just changed up a little bit. So it's not really their recipe. It is, but it isn't. Put it that way. My wife's like, why are you smoking it? We're not used to having it that way. I said, well, to me, barbecue ain't barbecue unless you add smoke to it. It gets infused in that meat, and it'll always be there. But the crock pot just makes it so tender. It slow cooks it. All right, the onions are on top. Okay, a can of Coke, but we won't use a full 16, well, we might use a full 16 ounces. And it says to put a ½ inch of water after tenderloins in crock pot. So I'm gonna look for about a ½ inch of water in there. So there we'll go from there. Be right back. Okay. Okay, folks, calls for a can of Coke, so we're not going to use the full can because this is 16.9 ounces. So we're going to go about to here, and this is a bottle, so the can is 12 ounces. So we're going to And then we'll pour a little bit over here, a little bit over here, a little bit over here. And there you go. That should be about a can of Coke right there. So look at it bubbling. I think that help tenderize it, give it a flavor too. Coca Cola got a lot of flavor. That's pretty wild, isn't it, y'all? And now we're gonna put the top on it. We got set for 6 hours, and we'll go from there. All right. And there we go. It's bubbling and doing this thing. So, got set for 6 hours. 5 hours, 51 minutes. Then, the rest of the time, we dump the Coke out of the crock pot. Then we'll put the Sauers BBQ sauce. We'll chop up the meat. I'll just shred it with a fork. Then I'll put it back in there with the Sauers BBQ sauce. All right, well, here we go. See, catch y'all in a little bit. All right, bye-bye. Hey, everybody. We're back. Getting ready to chop the barbecue up. I drained everything off the barbecue, off the deer meat. And then right now all I got left in here is a little bit of Coke and some Sauers barbecue sauce. But I bought me a set of Danco knives. They sent me a hat and some stickers, all kind of cool stuff. I'm gonna give them a shout out to them. Great company to deal with, great company. Well, I'm gonna get one of these knives out right here, and I'm gonna start chopping. All right, so be back here shortly. All right now, thanks Danco for sending the hat and stickers and everything, and the good knives. Well, I bought these. But a good, great company deal. Lifetime warranty, German steel on the knives. Awesome, awesome. All right, so we'll be back here shortly. Okay, y'all, here are the Danco knives. Just breaking them out. That's a nice boning knife there. Fillets, which I use a fillet for a lot of different stuff, and it's got a rollaway sheath underneath this package. There it is. When you put your knives in, this is Danco. They got a lifetime warranty, and I'm ready to try them out. All right, let's go see how it goes. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we got our Danco knives, and we're gonna start cutting the meat up with the grain. That's, oh, look at that, y'all. That knife is so sharp. But in the recipe, it calls it chop it up, shred it, or put it in a food processor. Look at that bark where it was smoked earlier for an hour. I mean, just thin slices. But it's, man, sharp knife takes a lot of the work out. It's one of the sharpest knives I think I've ever taken out of the box. Alright. That's one thing of meat chopped up. I'll go back and chop it up more. Like this one. Let's see, I guess with the grain. And I'll go against the grain here. Chop it up. Alright, and after we do this, after we get it all cut up, and then we'll put it back in our crock pot for a couple more hours. Alright. Okay, folks. we got it cooked for another 3 hours. It calls for all day, either all night long, whichever way you want to do it. To me, all day long would be between an 8 and 12 hour day. And we got the barbecue with the Sauers BBQ sauce on it. And that's what the recipe calls for. And you got your choice of smoking or not smoking, or you can either just use liquid smoke if you want to, but I like real smoke. Or you don't have to use any liquid smoke at all. But here she is. I'll let you see when it's finished. All right. Okie dokie. Be back here later. Hey folks, we're back to the barbecue video. Excuse me. A Deer BBQ, and I'll put the recipe down here below. And y'all, it is some kind of good. Some kind of good. And I'm gonna get me a spoonful. I'll show you the texture of it and all. Try to do this one-handed. Alright, I'm gonna give me a little bit. And y'all, it's plenty of meat in there, let me tell you. And that's the consistency of it. It's just tender. It'll fall apart in your mouth. Put the top back on. Alright. Go to the dinner table. And we'll try it. Of course, you know I've been tasting it all day anyway. But it's got good consistency. I like it. I use it, you know, but I got a spoon here and just as tender as it can be. All right. Woo! Look at the ugly face. But y'all, I mean, you can season the way you want to. If it's too spicy for you with the vinegar base, Sauers, you can add a little brown sugar. You can add some molasses to it. A little bit of everything. But or some more Coke Coloa if you want to. Trying to get this spoonful. There it goes. That's good. That is really good. Tender. I mean, nothing like eating your own meat that you harvest. And you can taste the smoke flavor in it. Like I say, I think I'd go a half an hour on the cold smoke. Liquid smoke's got a lot of chemicals and stuff in it. A lot of stuff that's not natural. So I don't really highly recommend liquid smoke. But then again, oil sitting a lot of stuff in it. Get another bite of this. Don't need a napkin there. I'm nasty, y'all. Everybody's saying, "What the heck is growing in that guy's beard?" I keep it clean. I get all of it. All right. Well, anyway, y'all, this I can't quit eating it. Y'all, it's good. It's good. And I'll probably get some bozo comments, but that's all right. I'm used to them. All right. All right, last little bit. Y'all, that's good. When my grandma was living, let me finish eating this. Not polite to talk and eat. But y'all, I got some more left on my plate. It is good. It's really good. I'm sorry about my filming. I don't have a tripod set up right now. I'm just kind of freelancing it. But anyway, that's the last bit I got right here. Y'all, I'll post my recipe down below. Let me finish chewing that up. But I will let y'all know what's going on. But success. Nice and tender. I would say 12 hours. I would cook it at 12 hours. It'd be on the safe side. And you don't have to smoke it if you don't want to. I'll put that in my description below and let you know what's going on. But yeah, check out my ground meat processing videos. Grind your own, process your own venison, deer meat, ground your own deer meat. Check those out. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a lot of more recipes. But yeah, it's funny. My grandma, my daddy's mama, she was a VIA. Last name of VIA. She lived in Nelson County, right there at Schuyler. And she married my grandfather. Well, he lived like near Faber, but they all went to the same school. His last name is VIAR. V as in Victory, IAR. My grandmother's name is V as in Victory, IA. So I'm related to both of them. So that's kind of wild. So anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for watching. And let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or give me some more ideas of how you like your deer barbecue. But I like mine. I like real smoke. You don't have to use smoke at all. You can just use sauce. But that's just my preference. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one. All right. God bless and Semper Fi, y'all. Y'all be safe out there now. All right. Hoorah. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.